Dinosaur DNA? One of the most common questions we get here is, could we ever get dinosaur DNA like in Jurassic Park? Until recently, we might have said that DNA couldn't withstand the millions of years it would take to get to us. That view might be changing as a group of scientists are claiming to have found fossilized cells and even fossilized structures that house DNA in living organisms. The study used the bones from the dinosaur Hypacrosaurus stebingeri, which lived about 75 million years ago in what is now Montana. The fossils seem to show cells, nuclei, and chromosomes. The nucleus is the part of a living cell that contains the genetic instructions like DNA. The chromosomes are structures that organize the DNA, which is normally incredibly long and thin. In a chromosome, proteins help the DNA stay tightly packed together. If these structures are really what the scientists say they are, this would be the first time things smaller than a cell have ever been found in a vertebrate animal. The fossils were found by paleontologist Jack Horner in the 1980s, but sat in a museum drawer at the Museum of the Rockies. A PhD student, Alida Balliol, found them in 2010 and began to study thin sections of the bones under a microscope. By chance, paleontologist Mary Schweitzer happened to be visiting the museum around this time. Schweitzer is famous for being the first person to discover cells and proteins inside of a dinosaur bone. Before her work, few people expected that fossils could preserve such tiny structures. Balliol, Schweitzer, and other scientists tested the fossils with different chemical stains that are used in medical research and bind to DNA. The researchers are very careful to say that more study needs to be done to determine exactly what these fossils contain, and some other scientists are skeptical of the evidence presented so far. Nonetheless, this will be really exciting research to learn more about in the future. Now, even if DNA can be preserved in fossil bones, will we be making our own dinosaur zoo anytime soon? Almost definitely not. Any DNA that would be preserved would be tiny, tiny fragments, not nearly enough to reconstruct an entire animal's genetic code. That said, we still might be able to learn a lot about the biology of extinct animals, and we also might learn a lot about the process of fossilization itself. This just shows us that there is still so much waiting to be discovered in paleontology. That's it for Fossil Friday. Have a great weekend. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. And for more information about COSI, Columbus, Ohio's Center of Science and Industry, visit cosi.org.